Breaking news, a warehouse in southwest Houston partially collapsed this morning after a gigantic fire. KPRC Local 2's Andrea Bishop live near Boone and Bissonnette. Everybody okay out there, Andrea?
Yeah, preliminary reports, Owen, indicate that everybody is okay. However, the fire chief is on his way out here to give us the official word. Now, at this time, firefighters are wrapping up their work here on the scene. It was 4:30 this morning when they got the call that this warehouse was on fire. Shortly after their arrival, they heard several explosions coming from the back of the warehouse. And at that time, the chief pulled his company out and decided to fight this fire defensively. You can hear some of those explosions in this video. Now, here's what we know about the warehouse. Again, this is preliminary information. We're told food products may have been stored here, although we don't yet know what kind. We also know this warehouse measured about 200 by 75 feet. So we're talking about a considerable amount of space that firefighters are dealing with. We are live in Southwest Houston. Andrea Bishop, KPRC Local 2.
So, Andrea, it seems like we're not sure exactly what is in there. Do we know if there's any danger to the public because of what may have been burning?
We know hazmat crews were called to the scene, and they tell us that this warehouse, they're giving this warehouse a clean bill of health. They say no chemicals are inside and there's no danger to the public.
All right, good stuff. Andrea Bishop from Southwest Houston, thanks. We'll get back to you in a little bit.
Breaking news we're following. A warehouse in southwest Houston partially collapsed after a huge fire. To make the situation even scarier out there, there were several explosions, which had people in the neighborhood calling our newsroom wondering what was going on. Let's go live to KPRC Local 2 reporter Andrea Bishop. She's live for us at Boone and Bissonnette.
Lauren, there is no reason for people in this area to worry. This fire is well under control. You can just take a look behind me and see firefighters wrapping up their work here, really just putting out hot spots at this point. It was about 4 o'clock this morning when they got the call this warehouse was on fire. Now, shortly after their arrival on scene, they heard several explosions. You can hear them in this video, those explosions coming from the back of the warehouse. And at that time, the chief decided to pull his company out and fight this fire defensively.
There's a lot of construction equipment in there, things, welders, appears to be acetylene, oxygen bottles, things like that. With the fire involvement like there were many explosions. We took a defensive posture, upwind, out of the way, and waited until we got a reasonable water supply going.
Now, you just heard Captain Curtis Williams talk about what was inside this storage facility. He says most of that construction equipment was common, nothing that would present any type of chemical danger to the people in this area. Here is what else we know about the warehouse. We could see inside a boat, also a truck, but no word who owns this property. The warehouse itself measures about 200 by 75 feet, so we're talking about a considerable amount of space that firefighters are dealing with. We're live in Southwest Houston. Andrea Bishop, KPRC Local 2.
Andrea, I know it's still early in the investigation. Are they talking at all about a cause yet?
No word yet, no indication, Lauren. Arson investigators are on scene scouring the property, so it's just a matter of time before we find out what they conclude.
Andrea Bishop live from Southwest Houston.